Every few years, the crypto world erupts in chaos. Prices explode, new millionaires are born, and the world watches in disbelief. These moments are called bull runs, and if you've missed them before, don't worry. Another one is coming, and this time, you can be ready. So, what exactly is a crypto bull run? You hear people throwing this term around all the time, but what does it actually mean? In simple terms, a bull run is a period of time when crypto prices are going up, and I mean way up, for an extended period. We're talking weeks, months, even years of insane growth. Bitcoin, being the big dog of crypto, typically leads the charge. When Bitcoin starts pumping, the rest of the market, all those altcoins you hear about, they tend to follow suit. But here's the thing, it's not just about prices going vertical. Bull runs are cultural moments. Think back to 2017, everyone and their grandma was talking about Bitcoin. You had memes, you had hype, you had people making life-changing money. That's the power of a bull run. It captures the public imagination and creates a frenzy of excitement and FOMO, fear of missing out. And that FOMO, that's what fuels the fire. As more people jump in, prices go even higher, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. But here's the catch, bull runs don't last forever. Eventually the music stops, the hype dies down, and what goes up must come down. That's why it's crucial to understand what you're getting into and to have a plan. Now let's dive into the history books and look at the major crypto bull runs we've seen so far. First up, we have the OG bull run back in 2011. Bitcoin went from being worth practically nothing like $1 to over $30. Now that might not sound like much, but it was a 3,000% gain. This was the wild west of crypto, the very early days. Then in 2013, Bitcoin had its first major breakout, climbing from around $13 to over $1,100. That's an 8,700% increase. This is when crypto really started to get the attention of the media and the mainstream. Fast forward to 2017 and things get really crazy. This bull run wasn't just about Bitcoin, it was the altcoin explosion. Ethereum, ICOs, XRP, ADA, they all went on massive runs. Bitcoin itself went from $1,000 to almost $20,000. And finally, we have the mega bull run of 2020 to 2021. This one had it all: NFTs, Shiba, Doge, DeFi, you name it. Bitcoin hit an all-time high of nearly $70,000. Elon Musk was tweeting about Dogecoin, Wall Street was jumping in, it was a wild ride. The key takeaway here is that bull runs happen, and they can be incredibly profitable. But they're also cyclical. On average, we see a new bull market every 12 to 18 months. Alright, so we've established that bull runs are a big deal. But what actually happens during a bull run? Is there a pattern, a predictable sequence of events? Well, it might surprise you to learn that bull runs tend to follow a remarkably consistent pattern. Think of it like a symphony with different instruments playing their part at different times. First, Bitcoin wakes up. It starts to climb, slowly at first, then picking up steam. This is like the opening act, setting the stage for what's to come. Next, Ethereum joins the party. As the leading smart contract platform, Ethereum's price action is often seen as a bellwether for the broader altcoin market. And then, it's altcoin season. This is when things get really exciting. Remember all those smaller cryptocurrencies, those hidden gems with weird names and even weirder use cases? This is their time to shine. And as the bull market reaches its peak, as FOMO kicks into overdrive, we see the rise of the meme coins. These are the Dogecoins and Shiba Inus of the world, driven purely by hype and speculation. Now here's where it gets interesting. As the meme coins are mooning, as everyone and their dog is talking about crypto, the smart money, the whales, they're quietly taking profits. They know that what goes up must come down. And eventually, it does. The music stops, the hype dies down, and the market enters a correction. This is a natural part of the cycle, a time for consolidation and reflection. Now let's talk about the million-dollar question. What's in store for the next crypto bull run? Well, here's the thing. No one has a crystal ball. Predicting the future of crypto is like trying to catch lightning in a bottle. But we can look at the fundamentals, we can analyze the on-chain metrics, and we can make some educated guesses. And right now things are looking very interesting. Bitcoin just went through a halving, which historically has been a bullish event. We're seeing increased institutional adoption, with major players like BlackRock getting into the game. And then there's the whole world of DeFi, NFTs, and Web3, which are still in their early stages of development. Could we see Bitcoin hit $100,000 in the next bull run? It's definitely possible. Could Ethereum reach $10,000? Again, not out of the question. And as for those meme coins, well, they could easily do another 100 times or more. But here's the key takeaway. Don't get caught up in the hype. Don't FOMO into something you don't understand. Do your research, have a plan, and be prepared for volatility. Now, let's talk about timing. Everyone wants to know, when is the next bull run going to happen and how long will it last? Unfortunately, there's no easy answer. If I could predict the market with 100% accuracy, I wouldn't be making YouTube videos. But we can look at historical data, we can study market cycles, and we can make some educated guesses. Based on previous bull runs, we know that they tend to last anywhere from 12 to 18 months on average. Of course, there have been shorter cycles and longer cycles, but this range gives us a general idea. The important thing to remember is that bull runs don't happen overnight. They start slowly, build momentum, and then reach a peak before eventually correcting. It's not a straight line up. There will be dips and pullbacks along the way. So instead of trying to time the market perfectly, focus on being prepared. Have a plan, stick to your strategy, and don't let emotions get the best of you. Alright, so we've covered a lot of ground. We've talked about what bull runs are, why they happen, and what to expect in the next one. Now let's get down to brass tacks. What can you do right now to prepare for the next crypto bull run? First and foremost, do your research. Don't just buy what's popular on Twitter or what your favorite influencer is shilling. Take the time to understand the fundamentals of different cryptocurrencies, the teams behind them, and the problems they're trying to solve. Once you have a good understanding of the market, it's time to start building your portfolio. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify across different assets, and consider investing in a mix of large cap, mid cap, and small cap cryptocurrencies. Now I know what you're thinking. Graham, this all sounds great, but I don't have a lot of money to invest. That's okay. You don't need to be a whale to make money in crypto. One strategy I recommend is dollar cost averaging. This simply means investing a fixed amount of money at regular intervals, regardless of the price. This helps to mitigate risk and takes the emotion out of investing. Another important tip is to watch Bitcoin dominance. This refers to the percentage of the total crypto market cap that is held by Bitcoin. Historically, when Bitcoin dominance is high, it tends to be a good time to accumulate altcoins. And finally, don't forget about risk management. Crypto is a volatile asset class, and you should never invest more than you can afford to lose. Set stop-loss orders to protect your profits, and always have an exit strategy in mind. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Crypto is a wild ride. It's not for the faint of heart. But for those who are willing to put in the work, for those who are willing to learn and adapt, the rewards can be life-changing. You might have missed out on the last bull run, but guess what? Another one is coming. And this time, you're going to be ready. So, buckle up, do your research, and get ready to ride the wave. Crypto doesn't reward the lucky, it rewards the prepared. You missed the last bull run? No problem. The next one may have already begun. This is your second chance.